Welcome to Reso Biz. This week's episode is why you should take your resonator to a resonator specialist to get set up and not just a luthier. Here we go. Hi, I'm Byrl with Byrl Guitars, and this is Reso Biz, where everything is greater with a resonator. All right, so the reason, I think if you're really serious about your instrument, if you're playing a mandolin, you got to find a guy who works with mandolins all the time. Now, there are some guys who are very well-rounded, and I'm afraid I might insult somebody in this video. If I do, I am sorry, but I'm sure there's some people that are pros at all of it. But usually what you have is people that are mediocre at everything, and then when you get the guy that does one thing, he's very good at that one thing, and he doesn't know the other stuff. For instance, me, you don't want to bring your guitar to me to set up unless you just need a very simple little thing or something. But I'm not a guitar guy. You say, well, you build dobros and it's got frets and all. Square neck dobro is not the same as a regular guitar or a mandolin. We don't even touch our frets. A guitar, you don't want high action. A square neck dobro, you don't want low action. The guitar, you touch your frets. The dobro resonator square neck, we don't touch our frets. It's all backwards, really. And then you have this piece of hardware here, and this monstrosity here, compared to a guitar, mandolin, anything else, is not the same. You say, well, just have a saddle, and it's not the same. One of the things is that is particular to a dobro is this lip down here. And if you're working on an older dobro, you will see that they hadn't figured out some things, and you'll even find nails holding the cone in and all sorts. You say, well, what's wrong with that? Hold the cone in tight. Well, if you like rattles, it's probably okay. But if you don't, and there's a slew of other reasons why you wouldn't want that, but there's other things to look for when you take it out. A Reso guy who knows resonators, who does mainly resonators, or he's a square neck resonator builder, he knows what to look for. And you want to take it to one of these kind of guys. Now, here's the problem. Where are they? Yeah, tell me about it. On this side of the country, I'm in Indiana, and then I know people farther over and down. But I don't, and I know a few, but they're not. Tim Shearhorn, for instance, Michigan, phenomenal. I mean, like I learned stuff from him. Just a little bit that he shares with me, and I was, wow. But he's not doing it so much anymore. Does he do? I mean, I've seen him do setups at the Reso Summit, but I don't think that he's advertising. He's not building. So he's not. This is not his main thing he's doing. Who is it you can find that this is their thing? You can call them up, set it up. Then there's not a lot of them that I know of. So what I want to say in this video, I want you to catch is if you're looking for a guy, and they might be out there, super set up guys, but they need to know the dobro, and it's not just that they know a little bit about it, but it's one of their main things. If you want a good setup, the guy's got to really know his stuff. I'll add this little parentheses here. The reason you would want I want you to know where people are, is because if you're the closest guy, you ought to take it to him. You ought to drive it there. Cost of shipping is so crazy. Now, you don't even got the time. You want to ship it, go for it. But driving it to them, meeting them, getting it to them by means of vehicle, whether you meet up with them or however they're willing to do it, is to me the better way. You don't have to worry about the shipping and all the cost and all that stuff, and then coming back. And so I like to be able to drive to them. That's the problem. All three guys I know, it's on this east side of the country. Out west, I don't know anybody. It's terrible. I'm sure they're there. Millions of people. Somebody's another good dobro. I just don't know them. So let me throw this. You know what? I just thought of four. I just thought of a fourth. I don't know him, but I'll throw this one in also. All right. So if you know the state, I'll give you these three guys that they can all do a phenomenal. I would say some are better than others, but they're still going to be way above average. Just if you find somebody who just knows instruments, find a luthier. You can build instruments. Oh, here, set this up. No, you need to find a dobro guy. All right, here's four. Number one, I think it would be my pick, my favorite, is Bobby Wright in North Carolina. Now, you say, well, why Bobby Wright? He doesn't build instruments. He works on square neck resonator guitars. I don't even think he messes with round necks that I know of. Everything I've ever seen him do, it's all square neck. And he's like the dobro whisperer. He just, he can look at it in 2 seconds and then look away, and he'll give you a list of things that he could change or not change. He'll tell you how it sounds probably. He's impressive. He has blown my mind with the things that he has shared with me, told me, and he has been a big help to me. I learned what I know from all sorts of different sources, but you know, a little here, a little over here, and a little over here, and a little over here, and I'm kind of all over the place. There's this big chunk that Bobby has helped me with, and I am very grateful to him. But he's probably my favorite. North Carolina is where you find Bobby. Number two would be Beard, Paul Beard. Attention to detail. Wow. And he's so creative. I love how creative and everything he is. But he's building them. He knows them. He's taught stuff on him. He teaches at the Reso Summit, and his son Ben is really good at with him too. They work together to do setups and stuff. And you want a good setup on your dobro, you want to hear a good dobro, you listen to one of those. You definitely. So Paul Beard, he's in, I'm going to say Maine, but I'm not sure. I've actually never been there, but out on the East Coast somewhere, and that's if you can drive to him, it's worth doing. And he's got that people like to go there and see the shop. It's just worth going to see it. One day, it's on my bucket list thing. I want to go see him too. Right. Number 3, Byrl guitars. Sounds self-serving, but I am helping myself a little bit. I want off the business, that's for sure. But guitars in Indiana, dobros. I've been doing them for 12 years roughly now, and I have a lot to learn, but I've learned a lot too. And I enjoy, especially an old guitar. I love seeing one that's got a junky cone in it, the lips all messed up, and the spider's questionable, and the action's terrible. And they bring it in, and can you do anything with this? And I look at it and I go, oh my goodness, I'm excited about what the difference is going to be. But even the ones that are set up pretty well, we can still usually get, if it's not been set up for a while, then there's things you can do. Or maybe even I like to get a hold of my older dobros from after I was only doing it for a couple years. I love being able to get more sound out of them. So yeah, I'd love to be a help to you if I can. I'm in Indiana, Darlington, Indiana. Number 4, I don't know this guy personally. I don't even know that I've ever. Maybe I called one time to talk about their spiders. But Kent. I think it's Kent Shootover. Makes a special spider bridge. He's got something neat going on. Very innovative company. I think his boy's helping him in his business, but they're making some beautiful instruments too. And I've actually been listening to some of them online. Really good sounding instruments. You can't get that kind of sound and do that kind of quality without being good. I've never even touched a Schoonover guitar, and I've never actually seen one in real life. But what I've seen online, and I've been watching him since I've started, they are good. And I know of people that have played them. Don't know them personally, but I know of people that have played them, and I feel like they're even from when I started, they're still progressing and have improved in their craft. Well, I definitely would recommend them. I almost forgot about them. There's some more maybe out. Well, you know, now I think about it, I don't even know where he's at. I'll have to find that. I'll be back in just a second with that information.
Oklahoma, O-K-L-A-H-O-M-A, Oklahoma.
All right, thank you for watching. If it was a help, hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't. That'd be a wonderful help to me, and I will hopefully see you next week.